Okay, now we're on the back of 9.7. That's chapter 9, lesson 7, P168 in your math practice book or the homework book. All right, let's get started. So Bob, Cal, and Pete. So that's 1, 2, 3 people. Each made a stack of baseball cards. Bob's stack was 2/10 of a meter high. Cal's stack was 24 meters high, 24 hundredths of a meter high, Pete's stack was 18 hundredths meter high. Write a number sentence that compares Cal's stack of cards to Pete's stack of cards. So we had Bob, Cal, and Pete, but for our problem, we only want to compare Cal and Pete. So I'm going to pull out Cal. Cal's stack, here it says Cal's stack was 24 hundredths of a meter. So there's Cal. And then I'm comparing Pete, so let's pull Pete's information out. Pete's stack was 18 hundredths of a meter high. And again, Bob's, it's not asking us to compare Bob's. Okay, so let's write a number sentence. A number sentence just means an equation, an expression, or in this case, it's going to be an inequality because we're comparing to see which one is bigger. So again, I recommend you take these two numbers and line them up based on their place value. So this number has a 0 in the ones place, then my decimal, 2 in the tenths place, and then a 4 in the hundredths place. Pete's number has a 0 in the ones place, then his decimal, so I line up my decimals, a 1 in the tenths place, and an 8 in the hundredths place. And then I start over in the ones place. 0, 0 are tied, so I got to go to the next place value, the tenths. 2 is bigger than 1, so I know this number, the number that has the 2 in the tenths place, is the larger number, which is Cal's number. So Cal's number is greater than Pete's number. So there's my inequality. If I want to put a circle around it like they do on the other side, that's fine. There's my inequality that compares Cal's and Pete's. All right, number 2. 3 classmates spent money at the school supply store. Mark spent 5/10 of a dollar. So let's pull his information out. 0.5 for Mark. Andre spent 45 hundredths of a dollar. There's Andre. He spent 45 hundredths. And Raquel spent 52 hundredths of a dollar. So again, I'm just organizing those people's information. Write a number sentence that compares the money Andre spent to the money that Mark spent. So again, I'm comparing Mark and Andre only. So Raquel's information we actually don't need. So we're just writing a number sentence. It's basically the same thing that we did on number 1 here. So again, I'm going to write these numbers vertically. So I already have Mark's number here. Let's put Andre's number underneath. So we have a 0 in the ones place. Line up the place values, line up the decimals. Then our decimal, then a 4 in the tenths place, and then a 5 in the hundredths place. Notice Mark's number doesn't have anything in the hundredths place, so to represent nothing, I can use a 0 because 0 is worth nothing. And then I start in the ones place and I compare. Okay, 0 and 0, those are tied, so I have to go to the tenths place. 5 is bigger than 4. So Mark's number, which had the 5 in the tenths place, is the larger number. So 0.5 or 5/10 is greater than 0.45 or 45 hundredths. Okay, so there's my number sentence that compares the two. All right, number 3. Pedro has 35 cents in his pocket, or 35 hundredths. Alice has 40 cents in her pocket. How much money do Pedro and Alice have all together? So again, Pedro, 35 cents. Alice, 40 cents. And all together tells me I need to add these two numbers. So again, I want to line them up. So I'm going to put Pedro's amount right below Alice's amount. I'm going to move it right down here. So 0 in the ones place, then my decimal. He's got a 3 in the tenths place and a 5 in the hundredths place. And now I can add those two numbers up because I want to know how much they have all together, so I need to add. 0 plus 5 is 5. 4 plus 3 is 7. Decimals are lined up. They stay lined up. 0 plus 0 is 0. And again, this is in terms of money, so we need to put our money sign. So that's how much money they have together. All right, number 4. The measure 62 centimeters is equivalent to 62 hundredths of a meter. What is this measure written as a decimal? Well, so we're just taking 62 hundredths and turning it into a decimal. Well, the denominator tells us what place we need to go to, the hundredths place. We have nothing in the ones place, so I have a 0 in the ones place. Then my decimal, I know based on the denominator that I have to go to the hundredths place. So here would be the tenths place, here's the hundredths place. And I know only one number can go in each place value. So how many tenths do I have in 62 hundredths? Well, the 6 is in the tenths place, so I have 6 tenths, and then 2 hundredths. And I went to the hundredths place, which the denominator tells me what place I need to go to. So 62 hundredths can be written as 0.62, and we would say that as 62 hundredths. Okay, number 5. Joel has 24 sports trophies. Of the trophies, 1/8 are soccer trophies. How many soccer trophies does Joel have? Okay, I'm going to do number 5 over here. So he has 24 trophies, and 1/8 of them are soccer trophies. Okay, so we need to break this 24 into 8 different parts. Okay, or part of 8. So, number of ways we can do this. Let's see. We can do it as an array. That's one way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so I'm going to put 8 in each row because that's what my denominator is. And I'm going to go up to 24. So that would be 8, and 8 is 16 plus another 8. That's going to be 24. Okay, so I'm looking at the 8 columns here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 24, each circle represents the 24 total trophies, but we're looking at the 8 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns, and one of those 8 columns, so we'll take this one of those 8 columns represents how many soccer trophies. So in one of those columns, there's 1, 2, 3 trophies. So how many soccer trophies does Joel have? He has 3 soccer trophies. Okay. More than one way to solve that problem, though. Okay. Number 6, Molly's jump rope is 6 1/3 feet long. Gail's jump rope is 4 2/3 feet long. How much longer is Molly's jump rope? So we're comparing, and when we're trying to compare or find the difference between two numbers, that means we're going to be subtracting. So we have 6 1/3 feet, and we have 4 2/3 feet. And we're finding the difference, so we're subtracting. Now, we have thirds, so that's good. I don't have to change the denominators. They both have the same denominator. But I can't take 2/3 away from 1/3. Don't have enough thirds to take it away, so I'm going to have to borrow from this whole foot. So I'm going to borrow 1 foot from that, so that's going to be 5 feet. And the 1 foot I borrowed is equivalent to 3/3. That would be 1 whole. I already have 1/3, plus I borrowed 3/3. So now I have a total of 4/3. Okay, so I can rewrite this 1/3 as 4/3 because I borrowed 1. Here's the 1 that I borrowed, 3/3. I already had 1/3, so now I have 4/3. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite that as my 4/3. 4/3 minus 2/3 is 2/3. 5 minus 4 is 1. And we're dealing with feet here. All right, thanks again for watching. Hope that was helpful, and I'll see you on the next one.